No. Wait till people get in here first. I don't appreciate that, you know what I'm saying?
What number show is this?
This is 40.
40?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, it's like...
Anybody in there? Mine's just freezing.
No, I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah.
All right.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Yo, what's good?
What's good?
What's good, everybody out there, Urban X Nation, you know what I'm saying? We
Yes. Yes.
here. It's been forever, man.
It's been forever and a minute. As they say, damn, they feel like a month of Sundays.
Facts. We
Old people used to say that. God damn, I ain't seen you in a month of Sunday.
Now, we haven't seen them all yet.
That's true.
We haven't seen them all yet,
Technically
man.
speaking.
Technically, you know what I mean?
That is true. What's good?
Good, man. I'm good, man. Chilling. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I love the shirt.
Oh, this?
That's butters.
This right here?
That's fire.
Oh, okay.
That's straight fire. I'm just gonna admit that right away.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing.
No, you ain't have to say nothing. You know, you shining, King. You shining, King.
You know what I'm saying?
You already know what it is. You already know. What up, Urban X Nation? We missed you. We
Facts.
are back in full effect. We promise to be here from now on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, last week was in the middle of the week.
It was like,
You wasn't feeling well either.
yeah, I was under the weather. I'm
Yeah.
sipping on this CMOS tea right now because my voice is half gone. And it's half gone because we did the R. Kelly.
Okay, so before anybody, we're going to touch on R. Kelly and the documentary, but we did an expansive, over an hour sit down about it. It'll be up tomorrow. So, yeah.
Or later tonight.
Or later tonight. I'll edit, put it in the
And I'm
description.
just going to get this out of the way. I struggled with it.
Yeah.
Because I started not to do it because everybody has done it. Everyone is giving these opinions. It's a very touchy subject. And sometimes your silence is golden, but my spirit kept saying, Dot, you got to say something.
And I remember, when you initially said, nah, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm like, all right, I'm going to let him say that.
Right.
Because I know we're going to have to talk about it. And I just let you get that off. He was like, nah, I'm not going to talk about it. Everybody talked about it. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. And,
Do you think?
And then I was getting irked by what I was hearing.
Yeah.
and the different aspects of it. So with that being said, even when wifey went to work this morning, I said, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. She said, all right, well, you have until tonight.
Yeah, she knew.
And I woke up and was like, you know what, I gotta do a sit down, because I was just gonna wait until the show, but it's so extensive and it requires so much of your energy to give that I wanted to make sure I didn't leave any stone unturned. And that's really an abbreviated version, because we really could have went 2-3 hours and start putting up pictures. Ha ha, got you. Yeah. You're a hypocrite. Got you. You did that. Yeah. So we didn't want to. We saved all that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we appreciate the support that's coming in already.
Oh, shout out to Tim Johnson.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
We appreciate it.
And what did you do on your little vacation? You just kind of hung out a little bit, relaxed?
Man, relax, had some fun, saw my friends and everything.
Well, that's what it's really all about.
I went to play ball for the first time in years.
Wow, and you don't play ball.
I'm alright.
Dude.
Yo, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm an athlete.
I raised you. Now, your brother is above the rim. He balls. You played football for a reason. And then when I saw you out there in the ball court as a kid,
I was like 6,
but
7.
you can look at a small kid and go, he ain't got it. he ain't got it. And lucky for you, football became your thing. So now you're telling me, go ahead.
Me and my friends, we linked up. We played basketball, twisted, rolled my ankle. It was ugly.
I got beat by girls back in the day. Me, Sean, and Dave.
Are you just gonna put all of their names out there?
No, it was us three.
Yeah.
We was on the court,
and
these were pretty girls. We didn't know they was a part of some high school team or something. So they came and said, "Y'all want to play?" And we was like, "Yeah, we want to play." Shit, you know what I mean? At first it was cute, we ha.
And then it started.
And then they started balling. Whop, whop. Game was over.
Yeah.
Done.
No, but I've been in the gym, right?
Okay,
and I thought I was in shape.
Mm-hmm. That's a different kind of shape.
That's a different type of shape,
That
man.
basketball shape is a different kind of shape.
When I say, because we played 3 games, the first 2 games I was there, and then the third game, the dude I was guarding started whining.
That's why they say...
my legs wasn't under me after a point.
That's why even when they say these professional dudes got to get in game shape.
Yeah.
You can hit the gym all you want, unless you're running up and down, getting it in, it really...
Yeah.
Don't matter. I got beat by some white boys one time too.
They real fundamental, you know what I mean?
They was killing us.
Yeah, real
they
fundamental.
They was setting picks and shit and popping out to the 2-point line and all of this real teamwork shit. And me and my man's just trying to take them one-on-one, and they was beating us in the ground.
Yeah.
Facts. So looks are deceiving. Them white boys is fundamentally sound in what they do.
Facts. So let's get into it, man.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Now we mentioned that we did a piece on R. Kelly and the documentary series a little while ago. That'll be up tonight, but we'll be playing ourselves if we don't touch on it.
Absolutely,
right now. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, especially people who follow this podcast, they look forward to our perspective on it.
Absolutely. Let's deal with it.
So let's deal with the most mundane level of it, right?
Yes.
First, I watched it at home, my mother. The first 2 parts at home, my mother.
Uh-huh.
And I was on Twitter, kind of just live tweeting as everything was happening. And the first thing I noticed was people on Twitter don't know how documentaries are formatted.
Gotcha.
First thing, because first 20 minutes they trying to lay the groundwork of who R. Kelly was.
Right.
He was this type of kid. And
give me it from the beginning. Yeah.
People were complaining, "Yo, this is real pro R. Kelly right now. I can't watch this." I'm like, dumbass. That's how a documentary is supposed to
absolutely
go.
It has a narrative. That it follows. Absolutely.
You're not just gonna put on a documentary and just go in and you're not telling the whole story. So
Jermaine Collins was good. Appreciate you.
Facts, always, man. So then, a lot of this information, I'm 25, so a lot of this information I've heard in passing.
Right.
I've heard about the Aaliyah stuff. I've heard about all these things in passing. But to get the details was
the details was gross.
It was that's nasty.
Yeah, that was gross. I have to admit. Yeah.
And then as I told you, I was on Twitter, so that was ground zero for the bomb, dude.
Yes.
It was so much. It was a argument here, and then somebody implanting their argument on top of that, and then an argument on top of that, to the point where they all kind of agreed that this was gross and this is nasty, but they disagree. And like I've always said on this show, it can be a solid point that all black people agree on, but we're gonna find something to disagree. So
yes.
the point was, this is gross. R. Kelly needs to serve justice for what he's done.
Right.
Then the argument became, well, what about Weinstein?
Right.
Another valid point.
Valid points nonetheless.
Point.
Yes.
But it's still,
But the timing that you mentioned that seems to supersede
Right.
the emotional output being expressed by
Right.
women in particular.
Right.
Right? To say, well, don't try to cloud the, you know what I mean?
Right.
This is about R. Kelly. Now, I wasn't going to watch it.
Right.
I was laying in bed. I was ear hustling. Wifey was watching it. And, I sat up and I started watching it. Yo, this nigga's the boogeyman.
And I was,
holy shit.
I was telling my mom, like every picture they showed, he looked creepier.
He looked creepier and creepier, and that's also a part of the mind fuck.
And it was pictures that before he just looked cool, mysterious. And now I'm just
shades.
like,
now I'm like, oh, this, I see it now. See, that's how TV works. Because you didn't see it, and now you see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, them getting into the details wasn't nothing new that those my age and above did not know.
Right.
We all knew this already, and now Lifetime has brought it back out of us. And the details, even as a father, because I always tell people, rule number one, don't get emotional.
Yeah.
Process the information, because had I started my sit down on Saturday, oh man, I was in my daddy bag, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And pissed at those fathers. Like, dude, how could you toss your daughter up on stage and offer her to a pedophile? You know this nigga's a pedophile. Yeah. He looked like he was my age. Yeah. And don't tell me I thought it was all rumors. That's bullshit. He married Aaliyah. Yeah. All right? Yeah. This nigga's a pedophile. Yeah. You saw the sex tape. Most of y'all saw it. Don't act like you didn't. We all committed the same crime. I was writing for Four Corners newspaper. At the time, we was doing investigative journalism. That was my way in to make sure I got the story. We saw that. And we did nothing.
Yeah.
We did nothing. Right? We saw the Dave Chappelle special. I'm going to pee on you.
The first time I saw that skit.
Hilarious shit, right?
Yeah.
So we knew all of this already. But for them to meticulously go through each and every aspect of this man's life was disturbing. This nigga is the boogeyman.
Yeah, and then
I'm gonna use his name to tell scary stories to kids who don't fucking go to sleep at night.
Pied Piper. Yeah, but
facts.
And then on Twitter, so then I told you that was the narrative. It was like, don't change yourself. You discounting these black women's stories, and then it became black men versus black women. And
as
then,
always.
Yeah. It was getting ugly, man. And then it became like, well, what's really like? Were the girls like fast, or was it him? And he's a creep. He was at the high school, because everybody in Chicago has like a story about seeing him or something like that.
Everybody know the boogeyman came through and did something. And here's the thing, and I express this whenever I speak about child molestation, I always speak about the syndrome aspect of, a child's brain can shut down. When you do something violent, sexually violent to a child, they may not grow past 11 years old. Physically, they'll grow to be 21, 31, but they took a part of themselves and locked that little girl in a room to escape these traumatic events in the future. R. Kelly was sexually molested, not only by his sister, but by a male counterpart as well. So we have to understand the dynamics of this. Nigga couldn't read or write. Guess who was on his level? Little small fucking girls. I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you. So by him, he could never deal with the sophistication of a real intelligent a black woman who knows what Thomas is, know who she is spiritually. He couldn't deal with that. That's too much of a woman. So he levitated to the little boy that he always was. And if you can't read or write, you feel inadequate in life. Now, it became his superpower later on. Yeah. Because he can make amazing songs without being able to read and write. That's a fucking superpower. But in everyday functional life, he couldn't function. So he levitated to where he can function, because hurt people hurt people. No excuses. That's just how that works.
And That was because that was obviously one of the sentiments a lot of people shared. Like, yo, he was molested as well. So, but and there also, like you said, there's no excuses because there are some people who were victims of molestation who don't.
Right. Absolutely. So it's not it's not a tried and true formula that if you was victimized, you victimized someone else. But we do know a lot of them do. You come out of prison systems or somebody violated you, you have a tendency to want to do the same things to them, even subconsciously. And somebody made a good point. I think it was D. Brad. My man used to work at BET. Shout out to D. Brad, where he said because he was molested by a woman, he hate women. He's subconsciously, he's doing this to these girls because it's a hatred there because his innocence was taken by a woman. And I thought that was an interesting point being made because once we start doing the psychoanalysis, as they were all doing on TV and things like that, there are components to this madness. You know what I mean? And the music was going from happy to sad. Every time a girl cried, they changed the music. And that shit drew niggas in. I was ready to yo, let's go find this nigga. Like, this nigga's a monster. Right?
I was telling people not to watch it because it was so like...
That's why I wanted not to watch it because of the...
I was getting affected like, yo, this is traumatic.
And you started looking for small things like you said, oh, look at that wickedness in his eyeball. When before it might have been some cool, slick shit. And it became really, really traumatic. And the timing of this... Listen, we just came into the new year.
Trying to be united.
We're trying to be united. Yeah. Everyone has their game plan. We're looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, the new year. And then they drop this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I started something called #mute hypocrisy because we all became hypocrites, most of us. And I'll break that down when you see the full over an hour, you know, because I'm just throwing things off the backboard right now. But, it became, and it started conversations in the house. And of course, you know, women have a tendency to feel we've let them down. You know what I'm saying? And I can't deny we have, but we've been let down. And it's a process of back and forth. And the only way, in my humble opinion, we get out of it is we stop pointing fingers at each other.
That's what
and we start pulling each other up, man.
That's what it is. It's a lot of, well, we got it bad, but we got it bad too. Well,
we got it worse. No, we got it worse than you do. We all suffering from forms of white supremacy and victim consciousness and a whole bunch of things that we're suffering from here.
It's like we are shouldering our oppression, like wearing it as a badge of honor. Like this, we got we got incarceration rates, we got murder rates for our police.
We have abortion rates. And we have discrimination from jobs. And we have the black man not, you know, beating on the woman. And it's all trauma.
What do you think about the people who weren't victims that were included on the documentary?
Like Charlamagne the God?
Yes.
That nigga's the biggest hypocrite going. #mute hypocrisy. #Charlamagne the God. Right? Jessica Reed has brought him up on the same charges. And it's a full-fledged documentary by Choke No Joke that's out there. And it goes into the details. Yeah, he was able to sweep a lot of that under the rug, but he was the last face I expected
I was like,
see.
And then he didn't offer anything to the documentary.
He offered nothing. He just showed his face. And then they dug up his tweets.
Yeah.
When he said R. Kelly's sex tape was the best sex tape out.
They were digging
or something
they were digging
crazy.
Up everybody's tweets. They dug up Fab's tweets. What he say? He was just like, yo, that girl from the sex tape should be of age now, right? Like something to that effect.
Right. And it goes to show the level of hypocrisy that we've all played a role in. Charlamagne should not be on the radio. He'd be in there talking about sucking farts out of women's asses at 8 in the morning. Are you kidding me? And yet people will continue. And I don't know him. I don't have nothing personal. But since we're trying to call a spade, when we start going after R. Kelly, let's do it. But let's not stop there. Let the ball keep rolling, and you'll never stop. All of these dudes are pedophiles. All of these Hollywood dudes, I go into it on details on the breakdown, but they all suffering from the same shit. That's why the industry dudes ain't saying nothing. They're like, yo, don't bring up my shit.
One thing I found like super interesting, like afterwards, was like the more high ground everybody tried to put themselves on. Dame Dash, one of them, and we've spoken a lot about Dame Dash, giving him praise for his stance on business and how he conducts himself and things like that. But he got to be called to this. He got to be called to the congregation.
Absolutely,
you're a hypocrite.
Absolutely.
Every time somebody pressed him on it, yo, that wasn't me. That was Jay. That's when I knew me and Jay wasn't the same. But
yeah, but you sat back and you watched that as well.
And you're a boss. Like,
this is
supposed to be your thing.
And you smacked Harvey Weinstein for getting out of line. You were supposed to smack Jay-Z for getting out of line.
Come on.
Just my humble opinion.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And listen, this Aaliyah situation is deeper than people want to really address. Like, she's the elephant in the room, right? In terms of her family offering her up to R. Kelly because they knew he was illiterate and they knew he liked little girls. So it was a trap that he was not going to resist, right? You can't, if my thing is little girls and you bring your little girl around, you're asking me to try to compose myself, and you know it's not going to happen. So consequently, after that happens, now I'm hearing that they own all his publishing. This is what I'm hearing, that through Tasha K. I don't know if you unwind with Tasha K. And she said, this is not a rumor, just putting it out there. She said the Horton family owns all of R. Kelly's publishing due to him marrying and fucking Aaliyah. So, if that's the case, then that sounds... And her uncle is the one who was managing R. Kelly. Am I correct?
That was her uncle?
Yeah, Barry. Whoever his name was.
The one who forged the documentary?
No, not him. It was another dude there in the beginning, from what I understand.
Okay.
That was his niece. And he had to know that this nigga can't read or write. Which may be weird, right? Like right now he's saying, yo, what they saying about me out there?
Yeah.
They're saying the tour's going well. You're doing a great job. Yeah. Okay, that's all I wanted, because I love my fans. So it's a weird dynamic when he took the bait. He took the bait. Now, if this is correct, like I said, don't quote me on this. Yeah. But she was adamant about that aspect of it, right? Now Aaliyah is scarred, and now she's passed through the industry to Jay-Z. Let's not forget, Jay-Z was rocking them before Dame Dash. Y'all can act like he wasn't. He was. And then Dame Dash, maybe a little bit sprinkle of DMX in there. We don't know.
Yeah, that's
speculation, right?
Allegedly.
So my point is, this young lady was scarred, right? But she may have been scarred by her own parents, who served her up for another cause. Just something to think about, because she's the elephant in the room. Nobody want to talk about her, and I know she's not here to defend herself. But we got to deal with the facts. If we're going to tell the story, we got to deal with all the story. You know what I'm saying? Not just a piece of the story and this and that, because I found it very peculiar that her uncle was the manager. And Tasha K also said some other crazy stuff. You know, I'm not even going to get into right now, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, so what do you think the lasting ramifications of this documentary will be?
Let's find out, because, you know, again, last year at this time, we were at each other's throats every 3 months for something else. Started with Trump, and then it went into the Black Panther movie. Fuck you, Wakanda's not real, Wakanda is real. If we make it real. Then Kanye came and said some personal shit. Fuck you, you a sellout, you a coon. It split us again. And then Bill Cosby came through, and women said, no, fuck you, man, you don't protect us. And then a little bit of breathing. I thought we had, when we crossed over into 2019, I said, oh, we could breathe again. You know what I'm saying? And no, right on time, they hit us with this shit. So let's see. Let's see if, after taking down R. Kelly, who should serve time for his crimes, right? Yeah. Let's see if you go to the local church, get after the pastor, get after the uncle, put his hand in your panties, get after the softball coach that you know is... Let's see if it's a continuing movement to clean this up, because R. Kelly's sacrifice can be something great if we move on it. If we do not move on it and it just becomes a moment again, we felt good for a few minutes, when Lifetime twisted you in to some shit, then it's really all a waste.
Everything indicates that is what is about to happen, because the way after the documentary, like apparently there's warrants out for his arrest or a criminal investigation.
So the FBI wasn't going to investigate him into Lifetime put together this documentary.
Yeah.
So that's a reflection on the fucking FBI.
Yeah, I thought
that you had to wait till a Lifetime put together a documentary.
I thought the whole documentary was a reflection on society.
Absolutely.
What was happening there, it was just like how people were reacting to it. I was like, this is how we react to anything.
We become a very reactionary people.
Not even, no, like meaning we like, if we like you, we kind of brush it under the table.
Oh, right.
Because what they say he did, he put out great music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So like all of this is happening. I Believe I Can Fly goes up. The tape comes out. He puts out Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
so we're gonna pay attention.
Hypocrisy. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, but I went in for an hour straight on it. So
yeah, it's a lot.
Tomorrow morning, it'll be in your inbox.
Facts.
And we can rock out after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this was a story that happened months ago, right? Kevin Hart, he got the bid to host the Oscars. Then after that, people dug up his old tweets. That's another thing, right? This is my recommendation to all people who might be famous someday. Like, if you know you're working towards something, clean out your social imprint,
absolutely.
like your internet, like your digital imprint.
Like, I'm shot. Look, if you see me on Oprah and I'm holding up my book, give me one of the books behind you so I can make another announcement too. If you see me holding up my shit, like, at Oprah, I was inspired, to write this book, and people are clapping and white women are clapping. Look, good black man, got his life together. And you start digging my shit up, it's a wrap. They'll go back 20 years on my shit. I'm talking greasy shit. So but I understand fully. Oh, side note, we extended the sale.
Oh, plug.
So if you didn't get a chance to get one, thank you everyone who did get one. A few people said they see the tracking, but the book ain't show up. We're going to take care of all of that.
People have been hitting us up on Instagram, showing us the videos.
And them open up the books.
Yeah, that's tough.
We appreciate it. It's going to be $10 for an extended period. So if you didn't get it, idcoded.com. Yeah. You can get that. Plug. Oprah, if you're interested, you ain't going to bring up none of my, things.
They will.
Because I went in on Oprah.
They will.
Like that, back in 97, you said these things about me. Yeah, Oprah, I was out of my mind. I was a different man than Oprah. So absolutely, just kind of clean your stuff up.
Clean it out. And all you have to do, if you have Twitter, all you have to do is type in the search box, type in your handle and a word like that'll get you knocked or something.
Right.
And then you'll see all the wild stuff you're saying.
You said, and you're like, damn, I said that?
Yeah.
Ooh, clean.
Yeah.
And they have services now that you can pay for. Just that kind of, clean.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm so tired of, soon as somebody gets up, they find a tweet from 09 or something saying something wild, and it's a problem. Like, they're problematic. But this goes back into the Kevin Hart thing. He got tapped to host the Oscars, and then a couple of days later, they found some of his old tweets.
Mm-hmm.
Put them up on the screen. If my son comes home, try to tell me he's gay, like stuff like that. You're a fag, no homo, stuff like that, right? That's what all talks were. Homophobic, but not directly, in my opinion, harming gay people. He was talking to his friends. He was,
more casual,
joking,
yeah,
like that. So,
things we've all said,
dude,
he's a comedian too.
And he's a comedian. So he went on the Ellen Show, who's a queer woman.
Yeah.
To explain himself, to talk about why he kind of why he took the stance he did, why he didn't apologize right away, even though he did twice.
Yes. He apologized for apologizing, and why he didn't apologize because he apologized.
Yes, yeah.
He did all that shit.
Yeah, it was a few people that had a problem with it. Don Lemon,
okay,
said that he's
a gay man.
He's a gay man, but and he said that he felt like Kevin Hart should work to become an ally for the gay community, and then Kevin Hart apparently told him, like, yo, I don't want to be, like, that's not my dream to become an ally for...
Right. And Kevin Hart has always said his disposition, he's non-political.
Right.
I told you, he's the Michael Jordan of comedy.
Yeah.
He don't want nothing political, socially, where he tells jokes. And that's it. And he tries not to offend anyone. And in not offending anyone, he slipped up and he offended some people.
Yeah. So, and they retroactively, like, kind of brought those out. Because
Yeah, and he's the most harmless comedian
Facts.
you can get as a black comedian.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? And now you coming at him. The rest of you brothers ain't got a chance to host
Yeah.
the Oscars.
So I saw this clip. It was on Twitter, and I saw this clip from this. I guess he's a writer. He's written for a couple of different TV shows that I think networks or something like that. So I'm about to pull it up right now. First, his name is George M. Johnson. He's a journalist, activist, columnist. He got a book coming out called All Boys Aren't Blue
Okay.
in 2020, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm about to play what he said in response to this Ellen DeGeneres, who forgave Kevin Hart for his
Yes, yeah,
comments
because she
for his
probably
tweets.
knows his character and knows what kind of man he is and recognize we all, as comedians and people, make mistakes. Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
so I'm about to play this.
On the whole Kevin Hart situation, Ellen, this really wasn't your place to offer forgiveness because you weren't harmed in all of this. Black LGBTQ people who were harmed in this situation. So to allow Kevin Hart to come on your show, basically speak for 6 minutes straight, uninterrupted, where you don't challenge him on any of the things he said, is just a disservice and more of what Black LGBTQ people have experienced from white LGBTQ people who continue to absolve cis hetero people when they harm our community in particular. So I'm not really sure why you felt you could give the forgiveness from a community that was not harmed. Furthermore, you weren't harmed in that whole situation, never have been harmed in this whole situation. And where are you allowing the space for those who were harmed to come on your show and talk about it, or to ask the questions to him to help him work through this? Now to get back on Kevin Hart, who again is doubling down on the apology that never happened. Saying that you're no longer going to say homophobic things because we're too sensitive is not an apology. I don't care if it was said 10 minutes ago. I don't care if it was said 10 months ago. I'm saying if it was said 10 years ago. Every time it comes up, you need to be able to address it in a way that's adult-like. You also keep talking about this change that no one has ever seen. Change is an action. So we should be able to see it in your actions. We should be able to see that you are now working with queer people. You are now supporting queer causes. When uproars and things happen to Black LGBT people, Black trans people, we should see at least a tweet about, okay, you guys, I've learned from this and this is wrong or this is that. We don't get that. All you've done is basically learn the fact that if you say homophobic things, you're going to lose your bag, so you're no longer going to say homophobic things. That's not an apology, nor is that growth. That's just good PR. At the end of the day, we're going to keep going into this cycle. You're going to be fine. You're worth 60, 80, $100 million. You're not losing anything in this. The only people who are losing something in this is the Black LGBTQ community.
All right.
Once again,
What the fuck
Enough
was
of
that?
Enough
First of all,
of
who
that.
the fuck does he think he is? But go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So my initial response was I thought it was hilarious. But first of all, he said there was 2 minutes of nothing. He didn't say anything substantial, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And another thing too, he kept throwing these words around. Harmed the Black LG. First of all,
Did his statement say anything about black gay faggots?
no, it didn't say anything about Black gay people.
It didn't say black anything.
It didn't say Black anything. So who did you harm? Who did he harm? Who in the Black community did he harm?
Yeah.
And then to even throw the word harm around when he was talking about his friends, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. But and I see there's a little homo beef going on. Can I say homo? I don't know.
What's the beef? Oh, from
Black
between-
homos and white homosexuals or LGBT.
Yeah.
They got a little rift going on. Okay.
There's a rift in everything, in
Look-
feminism and everything.
Yeah. And when he said he needs to, what do he want him to show up with a gay man at the awards or something?
You know what I'm saying? It was such a reach because he's talking like Kevin Hart deliberately said something against Black gay people when he said something about when he just said use
a general
derogatory term.
Right, it's a derogatory term, but it didn't say black derogatory. It just was derogatory.
So I just thought this, and I also this clip is just an example of the mentality of a lot of people who just want to hear themselves talk.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And insert themselves into something that had really nothing to do with him because he.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
No, facts. And, you know, I told you my disposition with gay people is funny because they hate straight people, but they need straight people to make more gay people. It's like a weird, it's a weird cycle. It's a really weird cycle, you know. We hate straight people, but we need straight people to make more gay people. We can go against the straight people.
Yeah.
We're going to make more gay people because they straight and more. You know, it's just a real weird situation.
But yeah, there's in every movement there's kind of a divide between black and white. But
I thought they were united. See,
No,
I'm out of the loop. I thought the gay community, black and white, was united against straight people or whatever.
The only time, listen to me. The only time any one of these movements are united is when the enemy is a black man.
You clap that up? Yeah.
There's no other way to put that.
Right? Try to soften it, but
I was trying to find a little, but that is the only way.
They can unite against that. Sure.
Everything else, feminism. There's different waves of feminism. There's the black feminism, white and they go at it too because sometimes, like the Me Too movement. I don't know, the Me Too movement, for example. A lot of black women feel like that is only for white women.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like they're only addressing white women's issues,
right?
Okay,
so okay. But the main issue is men
have to go.
Yeah,
men are the monsters.
You got a problem. You know what I'm saying?
And the number one man that's the monster right now is R. Kelly.
Oh,
he is
back to R. Kelly.
The boogeyman right now. He is not the problem. He is a problem, and there's a big difference. But they're trying to make it seem like he is the problem.
Facts.
No, he is a problem.
Facts.
Okay.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So real quick announcement.
Quick announcements.
So Monday will be the first day of the Urban X Book Club.
Let's clap that up.
Yeah.
We have a book club going.
Yeah.
Will R. Kelly be attending? No, that was just a joke. Yeah.
So it'll be an online book club.
Online book club.
You can sign up through the actual website, urbanx.nyc.
Sign up.
You can have you put your email in so you can get updates and newsletters and things like that. So the way I'll be running this is it'll be a book a month that we will read as a community. Every author will be a black author.
Okay, I like that. Black power.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You see it.
Yeah. Straight up to the people.
But also, so along with the book of the month, I will also give 5 book recommendations. Now that's gonna be open to everybody.
Yeah, that's open to everybody. It could be any women authors, white authors, just
that's
in
gonna
general.
be open to everybody. And some of those books might be books I've read.
Facts.
Books I want to read. You know
because knowledge is knowledge. Knowledge is infinite, and it comes in many different sources. Yes.
So
yes.
I know a lot of people whose New Year's resolution was to read more. So I'm giving you the avenue so you can read at least 12 books. So it's a book a month.
All right. Now let me ask you: is there a hack in there? Can I audio book my shit?
That don't listen. Reading. Here's the thing. Reading works a part of your brain.
I know
that. I'm talking for the people out there. I know you understand, but reading works a part of your brain that by now, because so many people don't read, is damn near cold and shivering. It needs some stimulation.
Help!
You know what I'm saying? So I feel I recommend actually getting a book or actually getting the Kindle version, the ebook version. I like physical books. That's just.
But if you are driving in your car,
okay.
Just saying.
All right.
There's some people. No, I love reading just like you do, but certain people in today's time they want to keep up with the club.
Yeah.
But they, or maybe they can't read. Malcolm, are you discriminating? Are we discriminating here at Urban X? Are we R. Kellyan people over here at Urban X? That's not right. That's not right, Malcolm. Some people can't read.
You got it.
Okay, but for those who can't read, join this book club. I'm only kidding. We're going to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm joining too. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a part of this, hear people's thoughts and insights on different books.
So the discussions will be held on the Facebook page, the Urban X Facebook page.
Okay.
I'm going to write a short review for each book and ask for people's input on it, and then the discussion will follow from there.
Cool. You two can write, add on to the write-up.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, this is what I got from this chapter.
Exactly.
Are we going to do it chapters, or are we doing...
We can do that.
Okay, all right, just asking.
So the first book is called Black Fortunes by, let me get the author. I put up. If you follow me on Instagram, you follow the Urban X channel on Instagram as well. I put it up there. It's called Black Fortunes by Shamari Wills. The story of the first 6 African Americans who escaped slavery and became millionaires.
Wow.
Now that's interesting because when we hear about the first African American who became a millionaire, we think about Madam C.J. Walker.
Right, right.
But like I think we had this conversation on here before. I learned last Black History Month that she had a mentor.
Absolutely, somebody who put her on
named Annie Malone, and I think who's also mentioned in this book as well.
Ah, okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
This is going to be a nice way to segue into Black History
Month. Exactly.
So this is great. This is great. What's the title again?
Black Fortunes.
Black Fortunes.
And for the people who sign up, and I'll also put it up again on Instagram. You'll have a picture of the book. You have a link so you can get it. And
right.
Again, my 5 other book recommendations. So that's a lot of books.
Yeah.
I'm going to be throwing at you because a lot of my friends, every time I post a book on Instagram or something, they press me like, yo, give me a list because they know he gets busy. So
Right, absolutely.
I'm excited.
He ain't read none of the books I gave him, but he gets busy.
No. Those gonna be in a list. That's gonna force me. See, it's gonna force me to read them.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Got me all like, yo, let me bestow this. I got all spiritual with it. Malcolm, come into the room. I now bestow upon you my library. A light came down from heaven and shit. He was like, Dad, wow. Because he was so small, he looked up, wow. It's all for you, son. And then he raced outside and went to Amazon and bought another book, you know. It's like, thanks, Dad. So,
yeah.
You know.
Okay, so it's people who don't have Facebook.
Okay,
I guess Instagram Live?
Instagram.
Oh, let's do Instagram Live discussion as well.
Instagram Live. And if you don't have that, then I don't think you could be in the club. You know, we can email you what's going on.
But something. I also, like I said, the short write-up of the book, I'll also put that on the actual blog, and you can comment on the blog.
Yes.
And then we can continue the discussion there as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cover all bases here, B.
Yeah. We're going to pop that off. Because reading is fundamental.
Facts.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, some good news. We spoke on this story. Was it Centoya Brown?
Yes.
Who was a victim of sex trafficking. Like, she wound up having to kill somebody because they wanted to take advantage of her. And there's been a campaign to get her sentence commuted because she was supposed to be doing life. Yeah,
57 to 60 years or something.
Something crazy.
Something really crazy.
And if I'm correct, wasn't she one of the people Kim Kardashian was advocating for?
Yes. Kim Kardashian is 3 for 3.
Yo, this is scary.
Yes, of getting people off.
Yeah. So she's one. It was announced that the judge said her sentence would be commuted. She would be released in August, like August 8th or something like that.
I'm going to clap that up.
Yeah.
She should be released now.
Yeah.
But I understand there's probably a process, a step-down process to get her acclimated back into society and things of that nature.
Well, this is a great story, but it's a little scary because she's been in jail like almost
half her life. She went in at 16. She's now 31.
Yeah.
And
they expect her to just come out, and the stipulations she's going to be on probation.
10-year probation. But you know what? I think she'll take it.
I know she'll take it, but I'm just saying, like, she's free, but like, damn, what's free? Yeah,
what's free? You know what I mean? And because the mental, again, she was a victim of sex trafficking.
Yeah.
Right. So she was already twisted to a certain degree.
They threw her in jail.
Then they threw her in jail. So this young lady has a process by which, she has a lot to overcome.
Yeah.
So I hope these same celebrities, when she is free, go and help her get acclimated back into society the right way. I'm not talking about parties, hashtag, yo, girl, come on, and she come out, and now she's fucking in party. No, she needs mental help, because she said she wants to help young girls stay out of prison. So now she has a mission and a purpose.
Right.
I hope they fund her foundation and allow her to reach out to other young girls who may be victims of sex trafficking, pimps, and all that other kind of stuff, because she can save lives.
Right.
And clap that up. because she definitely can save lives. Everyone has a story to tell, and if you utilize your platform correctly, it can help and benefit somebody.
Yeah, and again, going back to Kim Kardashian being 3 for 3, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, all black people.
Yeah.
You know, via the racist president Trump.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Kind of wild.
To some ratchetness.
Time for some ratchetness.
So people were getting that Meek Mill on Twitter the other day, a couple days ago, because
First of all, he needs to stay off Twitter for a little while.
I said the same thing.
Because he's over tweeting now.
I said
And
the same thing.
sometimes you gotta just chill. But go ahead.
At first, I was like, cool, he's back.
Right.
He's promoting his album, but now it feels like you're talking a little. This one got him in trouble the first time. Remember, Twitter fingers.
Yeah, Twitter fingers. That's
Got him in
right.
trouble the first time, but
That's right.
whatever. And he said something about lace front wigs. And how he don't like women with wigs because he was with a girl, he tried to pull her hair and it
And
came
then the
off.
wig flew off.
Yeah, and he said he was traumatized. So some people thought it was funny, and then, like everybody on Twitter does, they find the little nook.
So, listen, sometimes things are just funny.
Yeah.
And they should just stay there.
Yeah.
It's just funny, haha. Everybody's in their bag. Everybody's sensitive and super.
Yeah, no.
Because there are groups now. I'm pretty sure there's a lace front group
No.
that's getting at him.
No, it was a gay dude who got at him. Ooh. He said, he quoted the tweet. He was like, "Yo, does anybody else notice the microaggression, misogynistic? Yeah, they just throwing words together at this point. Just throwing words together. I get it, but
Wow.
microaggression, misogynistic tone in which he is talking about women and black women specifically when he's talking about
he
lace
threw that
fronts.
out there. Ooh.
And that's buzzwords.
And buzzwords, he set it off.
He set it off, and then people just started going off on him, like, God damn. And then it was some women who had a sense of humor because some women said, like, some girls said, like, yo, the break, because when women wear wigs, they have to have their hair cornrowed. You know, so they wig could sit and whatever. And they call them Meek Mill braids because when he had braids, that's how they look. So Shorty said, "Yo, we call our braids under wigs. We named them after you, and that's how you do us."
Wow.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? Take it on the chin.
Take it on the chin and keep it moving. Right.
But to call it a microaggression, misogynistic,
Like a expialidocious.
God damn.
Wow. Again, everyone has a group now, a wig front group, a organization in which you can't say anything. No. Not even comedians now. Comedians are getting more heat than anybody.
Yo, no, here's the thing, and this is what I've noticed on Twitter. I don't think people be really outraged. I think people be fake outraged to show off some of their intellectualism.
Could be true.
So
Facts.
They're talking about something, and I know a little bit more on that topic.
So
I'm going to say, you don't even know that
this happened.
Yeah, like I, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about that. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It happens a lot on this channel as well.
Yeah, it does.
That's one of my New Year's resolutions. I'm not going to... If I engage in a debate in the comment section... No, listen.
Go ahead.
If I engage in a debate and the only thing you can have... Only response you have is white supremacy or the devil, and that's all you have for me, I'm ending it right there.
Why would you even be debating these people?
Because sometimes I feel like...
Don't do it.
Let's get it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's not worth... Listen, your energy is not worth it. When I exchange my energy, I want to even exchange back. Now, I'll talk to people from time to time. Yeah, I agree with this, and maybe I don't agree with that. But you don't want to get... Because these people are sitting behind these computers. You don't know who these people are. And they feeding off, not the result. They just feeding that you gave them energy.
Yeah.
And in 19, you got to preserve your energy, man. You really do.
No, because sometimes there's been comments made like under our videos that were really dope.
Yes.
Oh, cool. I didn't see it that way.
Absolutely.
Cool. If you can teach me, but if you say something and I respond back, and then all you have is white supremacy with nothing else under that, I'm not gonna do it.
That's a waste of energy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
And Black Dot is not gonna do it. I'm of the mindset, you are right. Yep, that's it. Whatever you said, thank you very much for your comment. And keep it moving.
So what do you have, what is one of your New Year's resolutions you can share with us?
I didn't make any New Year's resolutions other than continuing to build these many platforms that we have and tweak some things. You know, my health is always first and forefront, trying to make sure that I can maintain and be here.
Yeah.
So that's first and foremost, but that's an everyday resolution. Some days you win, some days you lose. Other than that, I'd like to take my wife out dancing a little bit more. She's on my case, like she's getting a little too comfortable. So we're going to go out and we're going to dance a little bit and, just engage us. But that's the way the cycle of life goes. My children are old enough where I can leave them home by themselves now. And me and wifey can go away for a weekend. And so that's the cycle of life. Because when they're young, you can barely get a babysitter. You know what I mean? Then bring you over. You don't know what you're doing. You watching your little brother. They don't respect you because they know you ain't their mother or father. It's some weird dynamics. But now, life. And then I'm counting down to when me and wifey can move into the 55 and over gated community. Yeah, clap that up. Yeah, countdown is on, man.
Thank you, James Belton. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Somebody said nice sweatshirt. You like these? I like these.
You can have these for the low price of now.
Nah, not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, well, not yet.
Yeah,
but,
not yet.
Keep your eye on things you like. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, just, you know what I mean?
Keep your eye on some things you like.
Talk about next week? Next week,
You supposed to make an announcement.
Okay,
You either coming out the closet or
don't do that.
coming in the closet.
Don't do that.
I don't know
do
what
that.
next week is going to hold. Shit.
People on YouTube, get that clip.
Facts.
And then
Facts.
It's a diss video. Black Dot Son.
Black Dot Son is.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to start out beef this year too.
We'll start some beef. We'll start some beef. Ratings been a little down.
You feel me?
So what else has been going on? Any questions out there in the chat?
Oh, no, get your questions ready. We're about to get your questions
Black Dot,
ready.
where can I get the Walk With Me album on cdbaby.com. cdbaby.com. You can get the Walk With Me album there. It's a classic, in my humble opinion. Hey, Urban X fam, been waiting all week for y'all's take. Appreciate it. We gave it. But watch for the link. Maybe not the link, but check back tomorrow and my full breakdown will be up there.
It'll be up.
Big up to the $9.99 love we just received. I don't know how to spell your name, or Rob or Lloyd DJ Rob. Lloyd DJ Rob. Appreciate the love and respect. I hope you appreciate that T-shirt. You're a DJ. Hope you appreciate that.
Yeah, can you explain that?
You got to be a certain age to know what these are. These are the pieces that went on the 45s in the middle of the record. The 45s, the little small records that you had to play. Because otherwise they wouldn't sit and spin on the spool properly. So most DJs can recognize that. And I did that in honor of my DJ, Lou Breakbeat Flores, who did the Ultimate Breaks and Beats series. Any of you real old school DJs out there know who he is. He's been my DJ since 1983. And he rocks the 45s. He's been traveling the country, breaking down 45s. So just wanted to show him some love today. But, that's the way it goes.
Want to get into this right here?
What is this?
Okay, so...
Oh, yeah, let's get into that.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, a dead man was found Monday in the apartment of Democratic fundraiser Ed Buck.
Ed Buck.
This is the second time a body has been discovered in his home in the last year and a half.
Yes.
And they've both been... gay black men.
Yes.
Gay young black men who've died from... for the second guy, his identity hasn't been disclosed yet, but they're saying it's...
Why hasn't his identity been disclosed? He's been dead for a while.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
And they're investigating the cause of death, and the cause of death has remained unknown. This man right here, the one in the picture, Jamel Moore, he was 26. He was an escort, and he was found dead as a result of an accidental overdose of methamphetamines.
Okay, so where's the story?
That
he died in a white man's house?
Yeah.
Who likes gay black men?
Yes.
Dude, how is that news?
Well,
meaning,
he hasn't. The first time that happened, he wasn't arrested.
Meaning, what I'm saying is, I keep getting on this platform and telling y'all what their preference is. If they don't like the young boys, they'll take the older black guys too. This is their fetish. This is what they like. Because he has money and because this dude was on drugs, he's going to be able to probably get off on that because, excuse me, if the autopsy says overdose, where's the crime? In a nutshell. Now, we can get all bunched up with it because that's his preference, and this is the second time it's happened. But if I run a drug den or I let you come to my house and you choose to get high, long as I'm not dumping the body outside in the yard and becoming complicit to the crime per se, then there is no crime there.
Well, apparently he's like Ed Buck is like in the gay community. He's like known for like
he liked to get pounded out by black guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tariq Nasheed had to do on Instagram Live with him.
I saw that. I didn't log in, but I saw.
He was talking about like how like a lot of people they just know Ed Buck is how he gets down. So the first time he didn't get, like I said, he didn't get arrested. He didn't get brought up on any charges. So the second time it's like, goddamn.
Okay, yeah, I understand that's a little weird, but if my house is the house where we bumping and getting drugs and getting high, and the drugs are stronger than you can take, and I just called the police.
I also want to make this. Malcolm did not see anybody from any prominent gay organizations, black gay organizations that spoke out about this case when it happened.
Facts.
And I want Kevin Hart to talk about tweets from 10 years
right.
ago.
Where's Honey Bunny now? What's his name? Who was just going in Kevin Hart, where are you now with this situation?
And then he's talking about he wants allies. This dude is an ally who's giving thousands of dollars to gay rights.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. See, again, back to the, when we decide to get behind something and we get behind it, and when we don't, we don't.
I'm saying, I just thought that was interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah. But I didn't see, I'm just being fair and honest, I didn't see a crime. He likes black men, and black men are coming to his house getting high, unless he's into some sex ritual shit in which he's choking out these dudes or something, because they weird like that too.
In my opinion, I think it's something he's doing.
Okay, well,
no, not. I'm not talking about the sex. I think it's something like he's forcing them to take all these drugs that would kill somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but for what purpose? I mean,
I don't know.
Is he trying to? Because weird sex is weird sex.
Yeah,
you get these women who say "choke me" in the password like with pineapples, and but you didn't say pineapples. I didn't know.
Yeah.
So who knows? You know what I mean? Yeah. But now. It should raise an eyebrow. That's two. Mm-hmm. First one on you. Second one, hey. You know what I'm saying? There's this old saying in Texas, first time on...
Fool me once.
Fool me. You can't fool me again,
Yeah.
You know how George Bush get down.
I just think it's interesting.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
This is a sad story. This happened, I want to say last week, or was it before
about 10 days ago, maybe about 10 days ago.
Little girl, 7 years old, Jasmine Barnes. She was riding in the car with her mother and her sisters, and was killed in a drive-by shooting in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Now, initially after this happened, the suspect they were looking for looked like this.
Right. A description given by either the mother?
Yeah, I think it was the mother.
The mother said, "This is who I saw."
Right. And what was interesting was a lot of news outlets was not following this story.
Nobody covered the story.
Nobody covered it. Nobody picked it up. Until a few days later. Okay, so this happened on December 30th.
Okay.
And then apparently...
Lady Source, thank you so much.
Apparently... police found suspects, and they looked like this, and now it is a national story.
And now it's dun dun dun, breaking news. We found the killers. Yeah.
So I'm not sure what to believe at this point.
I'm not sure what to believe either. I don't want to get my conspiracy.
This don't look like that. Come on.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, come on.
But now they're trying to say this guy was passing by. He was trying to flee the scene as well. I will say this for all my conspiracy theorists out there. This is just the method I use.
Yeah.
I try to go right down the middle first. No conspiracy, no nothing. And see where the story leads. If I get to the end of the line, or what I consider the end of the line, and it don't make sense, then I double back. And then I start peeking outside of the lanes to try to make sense of the story. I got all the way to the end, and it just didn't make sense. The mother was adamant that a white man pulled the trigger and killed, you know what I mean? And then conveniently, it was 2 black guys who are going to serve this time. This may have been a part of an elite group. You know, a lot of these police officers are down with these organizations, these dark night organizations. I don't know, because this guy looked like a killer.
Yeah.
Right? So let's keep our eye for our decoders out there who can dig in and find that information, because we could use it. Robert Williams, thank you so much. Happy New Year to you. Appreciate that love and support for what it is that we do here.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, this is sad.
It's very sad. R.I.P. a young 7-year-old girl. In any way, in any event, let's just say the black guys did it. It's still terrible.
Yeah.
It's still bad. You know what I mean? So we don't have to make a conspiracy out of everything. We're killing young black who had a whole life ahead of her. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's bad.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Some people are saying 4 eyewitnesses said it was a white guy. See, you know, and the news has a unique way of only telling you the stories they want you to know.
So they control.
They're
everything.
controlling all of that. Even in a so-called free society where you have your camera and this and that, these algorithms, all depending on how you word it, you have to word it like a cat is running across a piano, and then have it be some shit you witnessed that you want people to see, because if you name it a certain way, the algorithms shut that down. And those videos don't get seen. It's bad enough. On your Facebook page, only 6 or 7% of the people who they think you think alike are getting your messages. It's ridiculous.
So get your questions ready. We're going to take some Q&A after. First Q&A of the year. But first Urban Excellence story of the year. And this goes, so for the people, for our new viewers, our new listeners out there in podcast world, and you know, people that's live with us, Urban Excellence stories we like to share of, you know, our local wins, our, you know, small wins.
Absolutely.
We like to highlight everybody, and we call it the New Hood standard of embracing our community as a gift and not a curse.
Yes.
So not just your community, but you being from the community, you doing great things within that community. We like to highlight it, whatever it is.
Facts.
You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? So this story goes out to Camilla Campbell.
Camilla Campbell.
Out of Florida. She was an honor student, and she's fighting back after the SAT, her SAT score was held for review after a massive increase from the last time she took it. I thought this was, first of all, it's foul that they think she cheated, but the fact that her score increased so much, I thought was fire.
Okay, that means she worked. First of all,
hard.
did you say she was an honor student?
Yes, she was already an honor student.
So she's already an honor student.
Yes.
Now, just because she's an honor student doesn't mean she take tests well.
Yes.
And as a result of that,
a lot of people misconstrue that.
They misconstrue that, right? Yeah. So she went and took the test, and she didn't score as high as she wanted to. So what did my girl Camilla do? She went and studied. Am I correct?
Yep.
She went and studied. Did she join some kind of Kaplan program or something? Or did she get a tutor? How did she go about increasing her score? Does it say that?
It doesn't.
Okay, but in any event, she was determined to get a better score because she know that score could be the key to getting into the upper echelon colleges or just an average college.
Yes.
So she went and dug down deep, studied hard, was diligent. She missed the party when everybody went out to party. No, y'all go party. I'm going to stay home, and I'm going to work on my score. Right? Then she buckled down. She takes the test.
Right.
She scores 300 points higher.
Yes.
Something like
it was something crazy.
And they said that is impossible.
So the Educational Testing Services, which administers the SATs, released her test within 2 weeks. So who are supposed to release a test within 2 weeks so she can send them out to colleges.
Right.
They said that the ETS's invalidation of her SAT scores. It said, in concluding, the only way her scores could have improved so substantially it was by cheating.
Now, how do you cheat on the SAT score?
Yo, I've taken it 3 times.
Okay, because you're a little slow.
Now, I took it once junior year. You can't go to college in junior year, right? And then you take it twice your senior year.
Oh, okay. Well, I took the GED once.
Get off my back. But it's no way to cheat.
There's no way to cheat.
There's no way to cheat on that
There's
test.
no way to cheat. Everybody's sitting looking right at you.
With different tests, by the way.
With different tests, by the way. It's no way to cheat. The only way you can improve your score is to study, and my girl did that. We don't know the exact score, but it went up about 200, 300 points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because she's, black, they probably was like, we don't believe you.
Yeah.
She should sue. Then she should take the test again in front of them and score even higher.
That's a lie. I would sue.
For $10 million? $10 million, I'm taking the test again like this.
That's a fact.
Hold on, I ain't finished.
That's a fact.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on now. Don't be talking about our sisters like that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So, Urban X Story, goes to her this week.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Do your thing, girl. Don't let them shut you down. Yeah. She got the community behind her and everything. She was now. If she wasn't an honor student,
Still.
let's say no. But let's say she was, fair student, never came to school, bombed and scored. So you get 200 for writing your name, right, or some shit like that.
I heard that's not even. I heard it's something with that, like.
Okay, in any event, let's say she scored a 700,
and
then she scored a 1300 the next time. You would have to go, wow, that's a miracle from God or something. But she's an honor student.
And plus, I don't know how you can cheat.
You can't cheat. You can't cheat on the test.
Yeah, like, damn.
You can't. Stop the nonsense.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So I brought this topic up at home. Caused a little strife.
Caused a little strife in the home, huh?
Not gonna go into details. But Jeff Bezos, who is the CEO of Amazon, also the richest man in the world, announced that he's getting a divorce from his wife of 25 years.
Okay, yeah.
I asked the question. This is before I knew anything. I just asked how much she should get.
Yeah.
And
25 years, she should get half that shit.
Yeah.
Half, Eddie.
Yeah.
I want half your shit, Eddie. How you like me now, Eddie? I'm an American woman now. Half his shit.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Unless he was already 50 billion when you met.
Right.
That's a little different,
Like, I remember Bill Burr, comedian, he told a story of this billionaire who was getting a divorce from his wife, and he signed the guy signed a check of like $998 million, and the wife said it wasn't enough. Like,
she cut that shit up.
Yeah, but what was crazy because when they met, he was already a millionaire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my point. But this guy built Amazon with this woman.
With her. Like
she wrote the draft.
She wrote the draft of one of the business plans. She was a novelist herself, and a lot of people don't remember. Amazon was originally just to sell books.
Right. Absolutely.
They pivoted into everything else, but it was originally just to sell books.
Yeah. She deserved half that shit.
Yeah. She's about to be the richest woman in the world.
Yeah.
It's like 68
so
billion.
She about to be single. You think she want a little gorilla? I mean, little chocolate. Man. Yeah, little black dot. Come through, get some of that. Listen, my wife is gangster. She be like, nigga, go get that money, nigga.
Yeah, and they've been married for 25 years. So
come on back with that cash, nigga. Yeah, they've been married a long time, and he's screwing. Now he's screwing his wife's neighbor,
his friend's wife. But apparently, listen. So there's conflicting reports. Some saying he got caught cheating, which I don't know. You're a billionaire of that stature. You should never be caught.
Check this out. Hey, it's Tiger. Yeah. Listen. If my wife is gonna call, tell her we weren't together. Tiger's the dumbest fucking golfer in the world, right?
Yeah.
He said that shit. That's a Tiger lyric. He wrote that shit.
Yeah.
So some of these people with common sense, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't supposed to get caught doing nothing as a multi-billionaire.
Yeah, as a billionaire, you're supposed to have some technology that'll put you...
Facts.
You're supposed to have a clone somewhere else.
Somewhere else, sitting in the restaurant.
Yeah, with your wife.
Reading a book, nigga. This the clone.
With your wife.
Like this.
How you get caught?
Hi, honey, you're not talking today. Everything is fine. Please order me the salmon.
Thanks.
And while you out banging, how the fuck you get caught? Yeah, that's just...
And then there's also reports that his wife knew about the relationship with his friend's wife.
They're swingers?
I don't know.
Yeah, it might be swingers, kind of kinky.
And the friend's wife is trash. Like, You're a billionaire. You get any money you want.
Nah, see, black dudes, they
yeah,
trying to, we trying to knock down exotic shit. If I get caught, it's going to be with some exotic shit, not some old, oh my God. Like, how could you even embarrass me? Nah, that's going to be some exotic shit. But white people, maybe she like to get into that shit he like to get into. But that's when white people's news, and we like to cover a little bit of white people's news.
I thought it was a funny debate.
Yeah.
It was a funny debate. That's all it was.
Yeah, I saw your post. My moms and step-pops are not talking to each other right now.
Yeah,
the conversation got heated.
Like,
And you cooked up the stew and stepped. You like a chef. You cooked that shit up. Hey, what do y'all think about this?
It was no purpose.
And then you peeled.
I swear it was no purpose. I swear. It was just like, we talking, and then I said, how much did you get? My mom said, half. Step-up said, what? I said,
oh, shit. There it is.
Like, oh.
There it is.
And then, that was it. But it was cool. It was cool. Everybody's cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about the shutdown, the government shutdown? Over 800,000 federal workers are not getting paid. Museums are closed. TSA workers are not getting paid. A lot of people can't even afford to get to work. So
Obama shut the government down too. People forget he did. He shut. But we just want to focus on. I'm not really understanding. This is all for the wall.
Yeah, because they couldn't agree on the war budget.
And he has the authority to shut it down. Mm-hmm. How long is this going to go? Because this might be leading into the economic down spiral that was projected for 2019. The forecast was that there's going to be a financial downfall. This could prelude to that. You know what I mean? Normal black people are not affected unless you work for the actual government. Normal black people is business as usual.
Yeah.
Brothers has got the weed on the corner. Brothers is selling the CMOS. Whatever it is you hustling, we still hustling. Yeah. But eventually there is a trickle-down effect because we're all affected by government shutdowns, like you said, TSA workers. I don't know if the FBI is still working because it's a good time to move some things. Huh?
Well, somebody said that was just his plan, so they couldn't impeach him, so they couldn't investigate
Who knows? Maybe that's his game plan because he playing chess. I told y'all there's a war within a war always going on, and we always get the bottom end of it, so we're affected by it regardless. But there are things going on in Washington that are above our spiritual and political pay grade. Let's just say that.
A lot of people are upset because this can affect tax returns.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Brothers are sleeping with ugly chicks right now.
Yeah.
For no reason at all. And then the government shutdown gonna come?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not a good look.
Yeah.
She like, get over here, Tony. And he like, damn, did you get your W-2 yet, boo? It ain't come yet. Get over here. Oh, shit. You gotta have to lay down with that a couple extra weeks, homie. You already know what it is. You trying to get it to start your little business and shit. You know what I'm saying? Got your mixtape coming out. You need wifey's tax returns. It's a rough time out there. So, yeah, it could be rough. It could be rough.
What do you think about that judge from Arkansas?
The judge from Arkansas who said clearly that black men, what was the statement, are killing themselves more than the Ku Klux Klan?
Yes.
Factually true on the surface. But due to a bunch of other issues leading to black high crime levels, we're not killing each other because we're black. Or we're killing each other as the byproduct of situations which leads to higher crimes, drugs, all these other issues. So it was a broad statement kind of made, but I understood his frustration.
Yeah, like as a judge, you probably see it all the time. Like,
as a judge, this is what he's dealing with on a regular basis. Case after case after case. This guy shot that guy. This guy shot that guy. And he generally seemed upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he don't have all the facts in regards to how deep the rabbit hole goes regarding those topics.
There was this podcast I was listening to called Serial. Now, they have 2 seasons. So the first season detailed this this murder case where she went back through the details. She interviewed everybody, and 10 episodes. I think we spoke about it. Like 5 episodes in, I'm like, yo, he didn't do that. Then the middle episodes, I'm like, damn, he might have did that. And then at the end, I'm still confused. And they wound up reopening that case based on the podcast. So the second season was a little different. It didn't go after like one case. It was just after like certain judicial stories. And one of the stories is about this judge, this white dude, who berates people in his courtroom.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
But it's kind of like you kind of understand him, but at the same time, it seems like
that seems like an abuse of power. At the same time,
abuse of power, and just like flat out racist. Because some of the stuff he was saying, like, I bet you don't got a father, do you? And the people in the court is like, nah, he in jail. It's like, see, but the stuff he does, you can tell he kind of cares in a real sick way. Like he was keeping he kept this woman on probation for so long with him. She had to come to see him if she violated, because he wanted to make sure like she
followed through and she made it.
And you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's weird.
Clap that one, psych.
No, hell no.
Like, no, but listen, you become the job a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So, I hang out with my correction officers buddies, and a lot of times they on the job all the time. Right. We in a party, you just like, I'm like, yo, nigga, we at a party. Like, you can relax. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of times you become the job. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And even my wife told me a crazy story. She was dating this cop one time, and they out having dinner, and some shit popped off, and he jumped up from the table like Beretta and shit, dived over the table. She like, nigga, we out at dinner, and you want to be a cop, So just, some people take their job very seriously. Facts.
Got questions in the chat?
You are tuned into the sounds.
Let's get to some questions
of Urban X.
Let's get to some questions, B.
Questions. Who has the questions?
Dude, did you see Alabama game? I was hurt.
Alabama got a royal ass.
Yeah, I was hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not even an Alabama fan. I just enjoy. Like, I can see why people don't like them, because they have a great team every single year.
Yeah, they have an air of invincibility, arrogance.
I don't even think it's arrogance. Like,
they come from a pristine program.
Okay,
and
that's arrogant.
Even to get recruited to this program,
you gotta be like 4 or 5 stars.
I'm the best in the country at what it is I do. But Clemson lately has been putting together a comparable program, so to speak. And now, over the last 4 years, they both split 2 titles apiece.
Yeah.
So look out for Clemson. PSP, FP. Post-traumatic slave syndrome. Facts.
Realistic, who sent us some bread, said, where'd y'all get the hoodies? Chill, B.
Take a mental note of that.
You know what I'm saying?
Stay tuned for the countdown.
You know what I'm saying? Chill, B.
All right, stay tuned for the countdown. We got you. Stay tuned.
What else we got?
You can only get Hip Hop Decoded in ebook right now. So, Amazon, wherever Kindles are sold, I'm revising it. And shout out to my man Born Allah, who said I'm like the J Electronica of book authors.
That's hilarious.
Because it's funny, because I take so long to put out new books and shit. It's true. That's how long it's taken for his album to come out. But it will come out in 2019. I promise you. So a revised edition of Hip Hop Decoded, so some other things popping.
Somebody said, what about a meet and greet in 2019? We will be doing
a meet and greet in 2019. Absolutely.
We definitely will be. Might be the summertime.
Yeah, around the summertime.
Yeah, we'll have something.
We're trying to build up a nice following along the way, so people can come out, give people enough time to come out.
And we're trying to have stuff there. You know
what
I'm saying?
Some
so
stuff there.
Listening to us talk.
You don't listen to us just talk.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to have some stuff there so we
What do you think about Deja Vu's? Who is Deja Vu?
Is that an artist?
Is that an artist? From Pudge Beats? What's up, Urban X? What do you think about Deja Vu's? Are those sneakers?
I have no idea.
Can I get a pair?
Are you talking about actual Deja Vu? Oh, somebody, want to talk about the Jay-Z and Foxy?
Oh, again, hashtag mute hypocrisy. When Jay-Z got with, let's just be real, Foxy, she was a teenager. Some people are saying she was 15, 16. She was a teenager. He's at least 9 years older than her, maybe more.
Yeah, first of all, there was a tweet going out saying that Jay-Z slept with Foxy when she was 15, he was 27.
No, he's not 12 years older than she is. He's 9 years older than she is.
A quick Google search could have helped you out. And again, it was one of those things, how fast that moved.
That moved. Absolutely.
And so I get when people say like fake news, because that was fake as hell.
Right.
He's 9 years older than her. It's a quick Google search.
Absolutely. And Diddy's first child with Miso, what's her name?
I don't know them.
I believe her name. You know, his first Christian is his first son. She was 16 when she had the baby. So, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. If you want to start getting technical, so we have selective.
Yeah.
We get selective. This is what I mean. When they tell us it's time to go after somebody, we go after somebody. Cause let's be real. If this documentary didn't come out on R. Kelly, you go on with your life the way you've been going on with your life, knowing what he did was wrong, and you keep it moving. But now they have told you this is what you should do, and now everyone is activated. That's called mind control 101 the last time I checked.
Yeah. And then somebody said, what about Dame and Nick? So I saw clips of that interview floating around. I got to watch the full thing when it comes out because it looks really interesting. But from what I've seen, Dame was doing a lot of deflecting. Every time Nick brings something up, like, yo, y'all worked with him on the album, on 2 albums, he goes, nah, well, Jay worked with him. You got to talk to Jay about that. It wasn't my decision to work with him.
Right, well, Dame said his name is not on either one of those albums. And he said make sure his proceeds go to an organization, blasey, blasey, blasey. But I did see him in one of them videos, did I not?
He was in the Fiesta video.
He was in the Fiesta video.
What was the liquor they had? Armadale?
Yeah.
With the bottle, like, come on.
Well, you know, so that's kind of
odd.
Kind of odd.
And then Nick brought up Foxy, and then he goes, I wasn't worried about her. I don't know. Like, what?
Yeah. So he's trying to deflect.
He's trying to distance himself, which I get because it's about to get real spooky.
It's about to get ugly.
It's about to get real spooky.
Because you start peeling back the onion. Ouch. So this is why it's been real quiet, except for like John Legend or somebody. You know.
And even they got pictures with John Legend and
Harvey Weinstein.
And then he says, well, I didn't know. Yeah. Which is the easiest thing to say.
Facts.
But remember, John Legend was producing movies at that time with Ava DuVernay, with Selma and things like that. So you were in Hollywood. So that means you had to know something.
You knew something because everybody in Hollywood knows what everybody in Hollywood is doing. So they're hoping that this stops with R. Kelly. Don't bring my shit into this because this shit'll get ugly. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. And again, not to throw shade, because, you know, it is what it is. You know how many girls in high school, let's keep it real, fellas, you was in the 10th, 11th grade, she was too old for you. I mean, you was too young for her. She was waiting for homie to pull up in his car and peel off, and you sitting there going, damn, like, because it made you feel inadequate, like, I ain't ready. That shit was weird, too.
Yeah.
All right? When you 16, or she was 16, and he 23, 24.
Yo, no, but like that's mad common. And
that's very common.
It's super common.
So again, hashtag mute hypocrisy. All right? We say women are mature than men, so they can handle a guy 22, 23 years old when it's convenient. But now, you know, they putting the spotlight on this, and everybody want to get on their high horse. Listen, we talked about it on the lecture I just did. In certain countries, you start bleeding. That's it. I can offer my daughter for 40 cows or whatever the fuck. The minute she start bleeding, and now this thing is getting out of hand.
Somebody said, have you ever heard of Brother 19 Keys? I think he would be a great guest on your show.
Yes, I've heard of Brother 19 Keys as a part of the Paradigm Shifters movement. I think the brother is electrifying in what he delivers. And we would love to have him on the show. Shit. Somebody add him. We'll have him sit down and build on some things.
It's a fact.
Facts.
I'm cool with that.
Yes. Shout out to 19 Keys. Shout out to Brother Ben X. Shout out to Red Pill, Blue Pill.
Somebody said selective outrage. LL Cool J rapped about cruising around the high school at 3 o'clock and banging 17-year-olds in big old butt. Nobody cared.
And KRS One got a song out called 13 and Good.
Ooh,
or that's the hook in the song. Listen, and hashtag mute hypocrisy.
And she swallowed it. Ren talked about a 14-year-old.
Okay,
who's a preacher's daughter who
hashtag hypocrisy. If y'all want to open up this can of worms, open the can all the way up. Don't allow Lifetime and them to tell you who the next target is. right? So let's just be clear on it, right? We want to talk about it. Let's talk about it because, and you know, these things were just, you know, what took place. And a lot of those incidents, I'm not condoning it. It just is what it is. The numbers say that this stuff is happening all around us. You know what I mean? Your local church. You know what a hostro is. Start going out there and pressing them pimps because they're doing worse than R. Kelly is. Beating these women, these young girls, runaways, putting them on drugs, and having them out there selling that box. Get on them. Hit these Instagram hoes up. Shut them down.
Oh, somebody said the reporter Teray is being accused of sexual harassment. Like, the dude who did the R. Kelly interview, like,
oh,
he said, well, what you mean by teenager? How old we talking?
I hope that's not true.
Yo, if that's true, yo, everybody probably, like, really regrets being in that documentary. And then what I did,
KRS One was teaching in that song. That's a wrong take. I heard the song, speaking to Nondescript, but the hook in the song was 13 and good. Am I correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a long time since I heard the song, and then the preacher's father or her father was a preacher, came in, and then he wanted to get with KRS One or something to that effect. Am I correct? So I'm just saying, I'm not knocking. I'm just saying when we start peeling back the onion, we got to peel it all the way back to those who have made comments in songs that's just inappropriate. I don't give a fuck what he was teaching in that song. The hook of that shit, if memory serves me correct, is she was 13 and good. So I will stand corrected. I tell you, I'm the first one to tell you, yeah, I'm wrong. So inbox me or hit me in the comment section with the link to the song, because I've forgotten more about hip-hop than most people can remember. So you got to bring me back to that time. But I do remember 13 and good, 13 and good, if memory serves me correct. So,
Malcolm, are we gonna be able to call in this year? No.
What they said?
Are people gonna be able to call into the show?
To this show?
Yeah.
No, we don't want to start that.
No.
You know, we just don't want to do that. There's other shows down the dial. You can call in and have a great time. We don't want to. You know, we want to keep this where, you know, we can kind of just do what we do.
We like to stay away from the messiness, but I will get messy real quick. It is January, what is it, the 10th? The 10th. And
yes,
there's no school. But we'll get past that. We'll get past that.
I think that went over my head.
Yeah, I hope it did. Me and Tony cool.
Okay.
It's January 10th. That's all I'm going to say.
One for you. Who are your top 5 conscious community brothers of all time?
I think I already went through my top 5 conscious.
Yeah, we spoke about this
I spoke
in the
on
last
that
show.
And it has to do with Dr. Reverend Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, C. Freeman L. I'll say Henry D. Bernardo, and Jewel Pookrum or something. You know,
Bobby Hemmett.
I said Bobby Hemmett, Delbert Blair. Those were the elder teachers who I personally was able to sit down with and learn more really off camera than on camera from, you know, and then there's a new generation of, you know, so it goes on and on and on. Much respect.
What book? Brian L. Rogers. What was the name of that book again? Your book or what book?
What was the name of that book? The book you mentioned, I believe.
It was called Black Fortunes.
Black Fortunes. Speaking about the first 6 millionaires to come out of slavery. Sounds like an excellent book to read.
Yeah, man.
What do y'all have planned for Patreon this year? New content. How about that?
Facts.
I still have about 50 hours to upload of all my performances in the 90s with Tim Dog. I'm trying to find my performance from the Apollo in 85. You know, we're going to put a whole bunch of footage up. I'll get back to the classes. You know, we're going to add some great content if possible.
Yeah, and we're going to do more of with just, we're not even going to like put that stuff on YouTube. It's strictly for Patreon stuff. Like, we're going to do lives, like Q&A, because this year he's going to be tapping into what he calls like his life coaching, because he gives a lot of great advice. He walks me off the ledge on a lot of things, and he just kind of, and he wants to pass that, you know.
Yeah, so I'm going to take on the mantle of hip-hop urban life coach. So
it's not all one word.
Not all. It's 3 different things. Yeah. It's hip-hop coach, an urban coach and a life coach. Hip hop because I understand, aspects of the culture that I would like to share. Urban, just the environment in which we grew up in life can be anything from health, love, relationship, kind of get into that. So if you have questions along those, I'll be doing a special YouTube clip once a week that will just address those aspects.
Oh, you want to do that straight for Patreon?
Oh, we might do that straight for Patreon, whatever. That might be a Patreon thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll make that a Patreon thing. I'm glad I thought of that.
Somebody said that the Nick Cannon Dame Dash interview was up. It looked like he was deflecting, but somebody said he wasn't. So I'll check it out for myself. I told you I only saw clips.
Right.
I don't want to put nothing out there. I'll watch the whole thing for myself. But what I did notice is that from the clips that I did see, I'm only speaking about the clips. It looked like Dame, because Nick Cannon is like up there in stature when it comes to business and money wise. Dame didn't look like he was trying to son him. Like he does with everybody else.
Right.
So I think that'd be an interesting dynamic to see from the two of them, actually.
Shout out to one Sunside player, one Southside player. One thing about these pro-black channels, they have all the advice but never execute to success for the followers to see something really great. I'm a little confused. I didn't get that. But I hope that we're not disappointing you. That's all I can say. Whatever you meant, I just hope we're not disappointing you. I hope we're trying our best to give something.
He said,
back.
do more than talk, get some business going. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have a business.
Yeah.
We have a couple of businesses here.
Yeah.
It's a family business. It's small, but we
working?
We working. Absolutely.
You'll see.
Absolutely.
What else?
Dame is so 100. No, we support Dame Dash. We support Dame Dash. But like Dame would do, if Dame supports you, but if Dame feel you out of pocket, Dame never bite his tongue. So he'll tell you, yo, bro, that was, So, I can respect that. So we're not coming at Dame, but from the little pieces I saw, that's why I try to get the whole thing. Peace, yo, Dot and Dotson. I'm here at the hospital with wifey induced for labor. Gonna take a minute to listen on that Urban X.
Oh, shout out.
Congratulations on the new baby coming. Let's clap that up. Yeah. Yes. Let us know when the baby come. We sending him an Urban X onesie.
Somebody said,
yes.
What is that, son him? Dame is from a school where if you're significantly older than somebody, the conversation would take on that contrast in age and tone. Yeah, but he talks to people his age that way too. He was on the Breakfast Club and he was talking to DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, as he were like they were his children. They're about
to
the
a
same
certain
age.
degree. Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. I get, and Dame is from Harlem. He talks with his hands. Like I get that, but at the same time, it's called respect too.
Yeah, Black Dot. What is your take on Abraham Hicks?
Who that?
Who is Abraham Hicks?
Who that?
Please inform me in the chat. I don't like to speak about. I may have just gotten the names twisted. Dot. What do you think will the
the dude who was at the hospital with his lady? He said he saw the piece you did on Brother Rich.
On fatherhood.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That is going to prepare you, bruh. I'm telling you, those were some gems I dropped in there, and we only got 3,000 views. But if we'd have been talking about something crazy, the views would have went through the roof. Real crazy stuff. But all young fathers need to watch that. And if this is your first child, buckle down, because you're going to see some things that make you go, wow. And you will respect women. Babies come out of women, fellas. Humble yourselves. You think you're putting in work, huh? Humble yourselves, yeah.
Somebody said, what do you think the hip-hop will go? What direction do you think hip-hop will go?
We don't have 9 hours
to
discuss that, but hip-hop is now hip-hop. There's so many different components of it, but it has failed us. When we start looking at the misogyny, the crime, the drugs, all the things that we have allowed since KRS-One and Public Enemy and all those groups who had it by the grip, and once they lost the grip, for whatever reason, it has failed us. So when we start talking about pedophiles and degrading women, we allow it in the music. Point blank, look at the music now. We allowed it. So if we don't get it back, we're going to have to create something else. And in order to create something else, the environment has to be right to create something else. Everybody is living their best life. We have no need to create anything new, in their humble opinion. Take all of this shit away and watch us create something else. That's the science of that. That's how that works. Hip-hop was created in certain conditions that brought it about. And now everybody living their best life. So nothing like hip-hop will ever be created again, in my humble opinion.
Well, on the, I guess the surface level, I think is going to be more what they call industry plants. So those, they call industry plants are rappers who seemingly came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And industry kind of forces you to like
To
them.
like them, absolutely.
Right now, that's Blueface.
Yeah, Blueface, I heard about that.
Yeah, he don't rap on beat. He don't, I don't know why I like him. I think it's because, like, you know.
Okay.
I don't know. He's funny.
Okay.
I don't really like the way he raps, but he's funny.
There's a new hip-hop song touting pedophilia. I haven't heard it. There is a new hip-hop song saying white people should be able to say nigga. You heard that one?
No.
Yeah, it's a new song saying white people should be able to say nigga. Yeah. The Floyd fight was an embarrassment.
Yeah, that was, it's something so, in my opinion, perverse to fight somebody in a private setting for a bunch of rich people, which Floyd out his mouth said where he thought that when he first said the fight wasn't happening.
Right.
He said, nah, it's supposed to be a closed fight for a bunch of, rich individuals. That sounds
so you a cage animal.
Right. It sounds so off to me.
You a circus act.
Yeah.
For the rich and elite.
And he did it for $9 million, and I just want to put that out there that his last fight was like over $200 million.
Yeah.
And he took that fight for $9 million. Yeah, it was like a minute and a half to make $9 million, which sounds insane for us, but for him, he should be above that.
Facts.
Excuse me.
Hand slip. Hand slip. How about Kells being out last night and chicks being all over him? Brothers have been getting blamed for not standing up for sisters, but the sisters are the biggest supporters and enablers.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. You want to do this? All right. Here's the thing. When we say things, okay. How am I going to do this?
Say it, bro.
How am I going to say this? I'm trying to say. So when we say things like these real just sweeping comments, brothers are the sisters are his biggest enablers and things like that. When they show concerts, it don't be 100% women. It be guys there too.
Facts.
Right? That's one thing. That's just one thing. When women say that we don't defend them, it be because of comments like that. When you say, "Look what you're doing."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're pointing the finger, and when the finger pointing stops, that's when the finger pointing starts. That's where the division lies, right? Mm-hmm. And
preach.
Like I said, when I was watching this documentary, when I was watching the docuseries, I was seeing exactly where the lines was drawn.
Right.
And it was responses like that. It was like, this is wrong, but what about this? But what about this? But what about that? Instead of dealing with was actually the issue at hand. And the issue at hand at that moment was R. Kelly. We understand that the overall issue is pedophilia in general, and pedophilia and how they didn't believe these black women. We understand that.
Yes. We're never knocking
that. But I'm just saying, like, we have to, I think as black people in general, we have to be able to deal with the now instead of what was happening back then and what was going to happen then. I don't know. That's
No. Well,
and then, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
because there's a lot of people that still rock with R. Kelly, whether you like it or not.
The name of my lecture is "I Will Never Stop Listening to R. Kelly's Music," so you better be prepared to deal with that after you watch this podcast and we start going in, because I'm not going to be a hypocrite for you. I'm not. If you did not stop listening to his music back then, and now Lifetime is going to tell me who I can listen to, and then the psyche of his music embedded deep within me from all of these years, you're telling me to get rid of his music? You're telling me to get rid of my memories? I'm not going to do that, right? I'm just not going to do it. So prepare for that. We was going to disengage the comment section, but we left it open. So get at us after you watch that piece. I think I did my best job within an hour, a little more than an hour, breaking down how deep mind control runs in our community.
And listen, the only thing I'm going to say Just watch the whole thing.
Watch the whole thing.
Just watch the whole thing.
And with that being said,
don't forget to check us out on Apple Podcasts,
yes,
Google Podcasts, Spotify, Audio Boom, Radio, Castbox, Radio Public, all that good stuff. And don't forget to rate us on Apple Podcasts so more people can see it, like the algorithm. Does like
let's use the algorithm to our advantage.
Yeah, on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, to like, share it out to people, whoever feel like need to see it.
Yeah,
keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. And this book, Urban Culture Decoded, is still on sale for $10.
Still on sale for $10
at idecoded.com.
At idecoded.com. Go get you a copy now.
Oh, real quick, and if you want to join the book club, go to urbanx.nyc, give your email, and then you'll get all the updates and things like that. For the people who want to get in on the discussion for each book, I'm going to figure out a way to include everybody. You know what I'm saying? So,
what up, Quasi Dobbs? What's going on, Mal? Glad to see your success with the channel, man. We came a long way from flipping those tires. Oh, this one of you boys out there.
Oh, that was
flipping
good,
tires out there on the beach.
That's a fact. That's a
facts. Facts. Trying to make those teams.
Man.
Facts.
Oh man.
At least it wasn't flipping bricks, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
If he'd have been like, "Yo, we came a long way from flipping bricks,"
like, what?
Like, oh, Nick, shut down, Nick.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that support.
Shout out to, we called his name was Nick, but
Nick.
We called him Nick, but that's his actual name.
Okay, Dobbs.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Yeah, we have a Cash App soon. You know, we don't have one now.
We have PayPal. You can go to the actual site and donate.
Dude, you don't have Cash App?
Dude.
You ain't trying to make no money out here.
Dude.
These people trying to help you out.
You're right.
Because they know you ain't got a job, bro. They trying to help you, bro.
Yeah, it's coming up on a year. Next
Facts.
week. Next Friday.
Facts. Next Friday. Makes 1 year off the job.
Yeah.
All right. Homeless.
Yeah, man.
Jobless.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way of the future. With that being said, we love you guys. See you next week.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood and that's a covenant.